Life goes on and 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 on. Life goes on and on and on and on and on. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day. Life goes on and 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 on.
It's just different.
I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I got an eye for scenes and aesthetics, dope like substances and synthetics. My bars are long like Marvel movie credits. I've been Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. And I do not have a special guest today. It is just me. In fact, I actually did this podcast already, and I forgot to press record. Well, I actually recorded on the camera, and I did not record any of the vocals, the audio. It was a very stupid move on my part, but also listening back to it wasn't that great. So if this isn't great, you should I'm glad you should have seen the first one. But yeah, as I was editing it, I was trying to fix it, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there with some bullshit, and it was just very irritating. And I just said, "Fuck it." So hopefully, I can still get this out here soon. Maybe do a double one coming up quick. Drink water. But yeah, man. So what I discussed, yeah, I keep doing that. And okay. So I just actually I did it again. I just had COVID. So it was 2 weeks ago. Had COVID. I believe that I got it from work. So I was locked up. I got to work on some music and stuff. I didn't really get that bad. It was kind of crazy because even though my mom and sister, they're in LA, they got it too. So everybody, it just seemed like everybody's been getting COVID. It hasn't been that crazy of a strand, I believe, or strain. And so I was just very fortunate and lucky. But also it proved a lot of my beliefs about the virus. But hopefully everyone else out there who's got it is going through tough, going through strong. So I started off the year strong, defeated COVID. Let me see. But yeah, man, just trying to keep doing all this art stuff and music, getting those things ready. Trying to it's like the more you work, you kind of just figure out the direction you want to go instead of thinking about it. So you just got to keep going and keep moving. And speaking of that, I'm glad also this is the podcast. Like I know I'm so late to the party with Oliver Tree. I know there's that song that's been going out saying life goes on and on and on and on and on and but I always liked that song. Never really looked into the artist or anything really, and then finally has a new song, Cowboy Tears, and oh my god, I love it. And the music videos, and that's like, and everything from what I see that he's doing is just like such an inspiration. And that's exactly what he's doing, and like not the things he's doing, it's just the way he's doing it is like everything I've ever wanted to do. And man, that just put another battery in my back to just keep doing what I'm doing and try to keep putting more effort and more thought. And sometimes not even that, by just doing it and just keep moving and doing the things that I like and sticking to my guns and really believing in my ideas and my skills and my talent, and also trying to be real with myself and developing those, whether it's just better or worse, but also just being different, but staying true to myself. So that's almost like a conundrum within itself, like being, still being you, but different, so different animal, same beast. Mamba mentality, going through the trenches, but there's a lot of things going out, and the intro to the song that's changed to the Harmon Warhol Show theme is actually being released on January 24th. Shout out to Mamba Mentality, Prophetic.
Just different.
I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet, but my dreams are prophetic. I got an eye for scenes and aesthetics, dope like substances and synthetics. My bars are long like Marvel movie credits. I've been at this like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. From Stuntman Myke. That shit is dope. So I worked on the lyric video for that as well. And it's just awesome, man, just getting like actually doing that. And I just want to follow through this year with all those ideas and things and not making any excuses and getting those things done. And don't worry, there will be more guests. There's definitely a lot of guest ideas and also things that are scheduled and thought out and talked to about people, but nothing really scheduled because I want to get this room a little better, maybe buy another mic and a camera, so we have two. Kind of want to do some split screen type stuff. And I also want to just develop myself also as well by just talking to the camera, getting better as just holding a conversation. And again, I feel like it's always just starting because I started talking and then now you create a flow. And it's almost like creating music and creating anything too, like music videos, that lyric video, you just find little things you can. So shout out to Beeple as well. I use those from the video that they made. I believe it was for like a fundraiser or something. I can't remember. But also they had the Run the Jewels music to it. It almost reminded me of the Far Cry, the video game Far Cry and shit, but a little bit like way more different, but it had like some sense in that movement. Maybe it's just because of the snakes, but check the prophetic video, lyrical video out for sure. Definitely would appreciate that on that music journey. I could just go into it. I mean, I wanted to keep it anonymous, and I definitely, as it goes into it, I'm definitely want to separate those ties and keep it very separate. But pretty much for like just to start it off with the Harmon Warhol, I just want to create Harmon Warhol as just like being an entertainment thing, and just like I'm just like a podcaster as like Harmon Warhol now is moving forward. And Stuntman Myke's the kind of the music that I kind of like doing, and also is like a free flow and very like easy for me to write and create to it at times, for a majority of the time. And doing this new project, Harmon Warhol, this like kind of like the last, like it's an album thing. And the other ones for Stuntman Myke is just like, singles, EPs, like little feelings. Like it's like a moment in times. With Harmon Warhol, it's kind of like songs I feel like I can make and put out at any time, and it's not like I'm like, oh, it's like timeless music and it's just it's just I put a lot more thought and effort into it, and I really believe in those songs, even if I don't think those are some of my better songs or my favorite songs. I just feel like those are relate, and those will translate way better on stage and music videos, and it's like, just keeping it simple, but also like, still being able to tell a story as well. And I think those songs, the other ones are like with the ideas, later on down the road, hopefully the ideas I have with that I think would translate, will be able to be projected. And like I said, just keep doing it. Like I'm really going to be stubborn with the Stuntman Myke stint. But it's just like that's just like when I really do a Harmon Warhol song, and it's just so weird and dumb, and I don't know why my brain works like that. And I don't want to. I always talk down negative, I guess, on these things, because I always try to think of like maybe other people know, but as I like grow older, I kind of have to take control and take the wheel, as some people would say. Is just like. Of what's going on around me, and because I usually go with the flow, I don't really care. But when I'm doing like the art type space thing, I have to just be in control and do it, at least for right now. Hopefully if I do it myself, people see where I'm going. It's easier to translate and tell people what I want to do and how I want to get it done, and there'll be more people who want to come on and come do it, but as I get older, I just feel like, this is just what I'm going to be doing the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm happy with it. I guess I'm content with the things I'm doing, not how I'm doing it, because, you want to get so far and big. I want to do a podcast with felt like I've done even, that's why it's so weird, and content too as well, because I've done so many podcasts. I've had so many great guests, like if this was it, like I would be happy. I don't think like I would like, but I know I could do more, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like the fun of it. And things just develop and grow. And then the more not to compare myself to others, but I like look at other podcasts and people and things, people I just look up to, or at least are entertained by and make me laugh. Like those things, like when I not compare myself, but look, I'm like, I don't see it's too far being away. And, yeah, hopefully, like, you know, things like that. I like doing these things because I like, you know, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. I look back at this podcast and, man, that is just a stamp in time, you know? So, like, and I think it's funny, like the Harmon Warhol thing. If you guys ever look at Andy Warhol's first interviews and everything, he you know, he'd even talk in some of them. You'd have someone talk for him, you know? Like, yeah, and I'm like the opposite. But, like, it's kind of putting, like, homage to that. And as far as Harmon Warhol, like, it's still going to be rapping, but I'm not looking for ideas for that no more after this project, because I have a lot of songs that I made last year that I didn't really put out any music, and I really believe in these songs. I don't think like those songs are so much as like a timestamp, you know. It's just those are gonna be catchy, you know, for like 20 years. It'll still be a little catchy tune, I believe, and I like them. So I don't know, it's just my intent's different in that mindset. And it's not that I don't want to do it no more. It's just I'm not focused on that right now. And having the other lane of Stuntman Myke, of like, it's almost like going back to who I really am, but doing it in a different way. And I like the back and forth of that. And I look forward to doing a lot more things. So every month I'll have a song out for Stuntman Myke, streaming on all platforms. So look out for those things. But yeah, after that, I'm not really gonna be saying like, oh, I'm Stuntman Myke. Like, it's gonna be my own fan base of Stuntman Myke, because it's like a niche thing. It's like if you really like lo-fi hip hop music, boom bap shit, and you enjoy how I rap and flow and my metaphors and punchlines and shit, then you know you got something to look forward to every month. You know what I mean? If not, I'm sorry. You know, wait for Harmon Warhol. Maybe you'll like that shit. Or just keep watching a podcast, or, you know, maybe a music video will start being entertaining and cool. But for the most part, that's all about that.
Hey, and then I told her, that's not my penis, that's a kazoo. Hey, you want one of these Heineken beers?
You know I don't drink beer.
It's actually alcohol free.
Alcohol free? No way.
Oh yeah, so yeah, like I said in the Oliver Tree thing, like, so go look him up. Very entertained by him. Looking forward to these Cowboy Tears, this album. I mean, it's, man, I just battery pack. I'm ready to fucking do this shit, you know? Like, let's keep going with it. So one thing I thought it was one thing that was funny with having COVID. I thought like I was gonna be binge watching all these shows and things, but I'm pretty good, like especially shows that I really want to watch. Like, I'm pretty good at staying up to date with them, getting through them, staying you know, relevant with the show, and don't really ever get too far back. So when I got to my room and I'm just chilling in there quarantining, in quarantine, it made me laugh because I was just on my phone. I was just on YouTube, just fucking checking out all the weird shit I've been missing out on, with some, like, you know, check out the Mink Man. It's when he get mink, like, you know, like a mink coat, la minkia juice. No, but a mink, like a mink. It's like a almost like a ferret, rodent. It's part of the rodent family, I believe, but it could swim. It's a mink. It's like when people make like a mink coat. It's like they're not that big, so yeah, mink coat. No wonder it's expensive, because there's a lot of mink to make that coat. But yeah, it's a mink. It's a mink man. And he also has a monitor lizard, and he has dogs. And he goes onto farmland, and he gets a bunch of rodents out, like rats, mice. You know, you had a chicken coop, you had a farm, you're at anything like that. You know, the mink man's there to fucking help you out and fucking like get your infestation problem out of there, you know? And fucking it's fucking nuts, bro. Like, hey, go check that shit out if you don't have a weak stomach, or you aren't. But it's like, the thing is, like, you can't be too mad, because he's helping these mink out, getting them out of like fur farms. and like hunting with them and like helping them like live regular ass lives and loving lives. And they get to hunt rats and rodents to help protect from other animals, because some of those rats get those other animals sick or eat their, fuck up the land and the property and stuff. So like, and some of the rats, they actually get to live, and then some of them go to pet stores, but some of them just straight up die, homie. Like, like it's crazy, bro. But he's like hunting trains with them and everything. So check out the Myke Man on YouTube. But I was watching shit like that. I was watching just random videos. That's how I kind of got up onto Oliver Stone, but that kind of just popped up on me. But I was like, that's the dude who sings that one song? And I was like, oh shit. And then I went on a huge, those rabbit holes, man. But speaking of like one show that came up on a Sunday was the Euphoria. So I got my phone too, because on the last one, didn't have that shit ready to go. But yeah, so Euphoria is about, Rue, Jules, pretty much. It's about Rue. It's fucking hilarious. Rue is Zendaya. Rue is Zendaya, who is has a drug problem, and her father died from cancer. Spoiler alert. And I'm talking only about first season. I'm not really going to talk about the second season. But if you haven't watched first season, that's on you, dog. But yeah, second season, I won't go into that. But so Rue has a drug problem. You're seeing a bunch of kids' life in high school, and that's what makes it so weird. These people are not, they're going into drugs, sex, and there's also about Jules. Jules is transgender on the show and in real life. I had no idea. I thought that was a girl for like 2-3 episodes, I'm pretty sure. I was I had no idea. I didn't even think about it too much. And then I was just like, oh, damn, okay, cool. So I was just like, oh, wow, I had no idea. And Hunter Schafer, I want to believe that's how you pronounce the name. And everything's just tied into this drama, and Jules messed around with this dude who's a high school football quarterback. Jules fucked Nate's dad. Nate's the high school quarterback, and she's new in town. And fuck, bro. The more I think about it, I'm like, this shit is so crazy. And then you got Alexa Demi, who's Maddie. So Maddie fucks with Nate. They're like, been fucking with each other, high school sweethearts. And then motherfucking, that's her? Yeah, it is, Sydney. Okay, yeah, so Sydney, oh man, I can't even say that shit. But anyway, it's just showing the lives of these kids and everything. And it's just like a brilliant, like the story, it's so real. They shot this shit in real film with Kodak. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I think Drake fucking put into this show. He's like a producer of it, or like part of, I don't know, funded it. I don't even know, bro, but it's just like an amazing show of just like, I don't know. I just don't feel like, it's just not like, it's like, I don't think every high school in person like lives a life like this, but I think everybody's known or lives one of these lifestyles in the show. Like, you have to relate to at least one, and the one Barbie. Shout out to Barbie, motherfucking, what's her name on the show? I know I like her in real life, so it's like I don't even think about Kat. Yeah, Kat, because she's it's showing. I just loved how they depicted it, because I watch it with my dad, and he's an older dude. He has he's just different beliefs, you know what I mean, or different like perspective growing up, seeing these things, and he enjoys the show. He loves it too, and it's so interesting and fun. But it's just crazy, because when I'm going to talk about the second season, when Kat has this conundrum of finally getting a boyfriend who actually loves her and is a nice guy, she doesn't want it, because she wants that, that nuanced type of like, like she wants, you know what I mean? Like, pretty much she had a vision of a dude killing her boyfriend and then fucking the shit out of her right after, you know what I mean? And like, it was done more tasteful and thoughtful. And then like, there's more things like going on in her mind with the women and people, like, what she sees in her head is like being projected in front of us on the screen. And it's just so cool to see, there's these they make it a point to show all these different type of women who are beautiful in their own way. And trying to motivate her and tell her like, yo, they need her, and she needs to do it also for herself, but she doesn't just feel that way. You can't just make yourself feel that way sometimes. And it's just, I just love how it's being depicted and shown with these types of people, how they look, how they feel, how they present themselves. Just the way the show is, just the way it's just done is just, I mean, yeah, it's just amazingly done and put. And it's also just weird though, because the things they're doing, and you're like, yo, isn't this girl supposed to be like 16, 17 years old, and she's just getting dick down right now, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, it kind of makes you like, what the fuck are we watching? But I guess if you can look past that, you see a great, awesome, beautiful show. But it's just like, okay. But these are real stories. I think that's why you look past it, because it's just like, it's such a real story, and things you hear about these things, and you're able to see them and be able to become more empathetic to these type of characters and realize how close they are to home. And it just makes you think, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the type of art that I want to make, and to have the type of conversations also, just to make people think and to influence and inspire, So, shout out to Euphoria. If you haven't watched that shit, you are missing out. And it's also weird with Zendaya, because, like, you're like, what the fuck is Rue doing in motherfucking Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I haven't seen Rue fucking bust out one line in Spider-Man. What the fuck, bro? But, shout out to Zendaya, because shout out to Issa Rae for telling, oh man, and then Insecure. That's the one show I haven't caught up to. I should have fucked up on that shit. It's just like, damn, man, I missed that whole year because of fucking COVID, and I didn't want to jump back in because I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to rewatch this whole motherfucking shit all over. So that's what I'm probably gonna have to do, is watch this whole shit all the way fucking back over. You already know what it is. But yeah, it's just so much great like content being out there, and I want to just be, and it's not like I want to do any I kind of want to be a part of it. That's not like really a goal. It would be cool, but I like really is just be able to create my own little thing like that. And it's like, it's funny because it's like, why are you just talking about? I kind of have to do it very small and intricate because of just so many things too, like wearing myself down. But also like, I think I'm like, man, I'm never doing enough. And technically I'm never ever doing it ever enough. But anyone, like, to your standards, are you ever going to be able to do enough? But I at least know that I can do a little bit more each day. But also, you can have it's not excuses. It's just like, you have a job, you have other things to take care of. You have to take care of your mental health. You got to take care about your physical health, your spiritual health. There's the things I learned, like just taking those breaks, and then, it's never like a mental block, but it could be like getting burned out on just trying to do the same thing over and over. And again, like watching an Oliver Tree interview, he just said it like precisely of just like, that's why he does other things and mediums and stuff. Like, I'd rather do a podcast and then work on that and edit it a little bit or make it a little like clip or some shit, and then instead of just working on a song just to like help free my mind and like not stress about something, because I could see how it could deteriorate my body, just in my spirit, or it could be mentally and physically. I'm like, bro, I'm literally tired. I fucking ran miles, fucking worked out, fucking shot a video. I've had crazy days like that where it feels great to get so much accomplished, but also like if it's not done right, you just break down yourself. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you have to do those things, but also you have to take that time for yourself. And I think I've done it. That's what last year I did. I took a lot of time for myself. I kind of got to make music and do things just freely, and it really opened me up to really make me miss doing a lot more podcasts and being cool. And like I want to like get more guests and everything. But I really do want to focus on having these just podcasts. Hopefully I could become a better becoming a better just person with conversation, or by practicing that, by doing these by myself, and also creating my own following, not with just somebody else's following, bring something more to the table. I want to be like Kanye, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be the table, I want to be the foundation the shit stands on, at least in some type of sort of way, make my own table and put my own shit on it. I don't know. But life goes on and 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 on. Life goes on and 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 on. Yeah, I'm just feeling great right now. I hope you guys can hear it in my voice and my spirit. Beat COVID at the beginning of the year. Here, hold up. Let me do Work all day and then I wake up. Work all day. Yeah. What else? Fucking The Matrix, bro, was baloney. Oh, motherfucking shout out Agnes, bro, too. Agnes Cloud. What a fucking name, bro. Fucking redheaded fucking Fezco, bro. Beat the shit out of Nate, bro. Who knows how this shit in this story goes? Oh, yeah. Fucking my headphone. What the hook gonna be? Oh, damn. It changes. So the last podcast that I did, well, I technically didn't do, but recorded. And it's so funny. There's like 5-6 podcasts out there that I've done and never put out. That's another thing that people, like, I've done X other shows, and sometimes I missed a week or something. And it was just because I'm like, I'm not putting that one out, bro. Crazy things. But what was I talking about? I don't even know. Oh, Matrix. Oh, no, man. I don't even want to talk about it no more, man. Don't even want to talk about it. There's a lot of things. Lakers. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with an epiphany of some things. I don't know. We got a show coming out here in February. That's going to be interesting. Doing Harmon Warhol content material. Just looking forward to that. And man, I'm trying to think of guests. Hopefully Carlos Bryant wants to do it. Who else? We got Celeste Sterling coming out. Special surprise. Oh yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 people that I got ready for next month, and hopefully I got a little bit extra stuff in the studio ready to get. And I think I'm just going to wrap it up with that. Keep it light and short and call you a bitch. No, that's a lyric I got. What can I end this with? Life goes on and 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 on. Life goes on. Oh, motherfucking Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane. Yeah, we watching the fights, Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. And the Super Bowl podcast, I'm doing it with my dad. I'm not watching the podcast, or not recording the podcast. But I'm going to be motherfucking, we're going to record it after the Super Bowl. But I did one of my first podcasts at the Super Bowl, the day of the Super Bowl. It was pretty gnarly, bro. That's kind of like how I remember how long. Like, I've been doing this for like 3 years, dog. Like maybe even 4. I don't even fucking know, bro. It's so weird to be synonymous with podcasts. But yeah, I don't even have them on audio. What a loser. You know what I'm saying? Is it even a podcast? It's just someone on a camera and a mic. But I don't know. We'll see what's popping. Watch Euphoria, Oliver Tree. I don't know what to say. Anything else? Any popular opinions? We're going to be coming soon. Check out motherfucking Stuntman Myke. Yee! Bow! Hey, so you want one of these alcohol-free beers, though?
I'll take one.
No alcohol. It's just no alcohol.